Hi guys, welcome to another installment of The Guest. My name is Ahine Otter, and today I have a cast member of the film A True Blue June, a film that tells the story of a philanthropist who vies for a governorship seat as it transitions from military to civilian and things takes an unexpected turn. Join me as I welcome Senator TOSIN. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
It's so good to have you here. I'm fine.
It's a pleasure.
So your name is Senator TOSIN. Is that your government name or you just sort of acquired the name?
I want to call it my government name rather because I happen to represent my constituency.
Oh.
At the world level. Then as a result of my involvement and my activities, my dedications and one or two things we do with people. So a lot of people begin to project me.
And call you a senator.
Yeah.
What position were you aspiring for?
A senator, that's it.
Senator. Okay, wish you all the best. Are you still a politician? Are you still involved in politics?
Yeah, I'm still involved. We all involved in politics.
We all? Really?
Yeah. Depends on how you
Depends on what level.
Exactly.
And the truth is, even though we're not involved in politics, politics is involved with all of us. Whether you decide to vote or get involved in politics, the political ruler still rules you overall and make the laws and whatever you need to obey. So it's so good to have you here on the show. But when I saw your name, Senator TOSIN, I was like, okay, is this his name in the movie or this is his real name? Okay. I'm going to ask him when I see him. I'm glad you've answered that question. But tell me about your character in this movie, A True Blue Moon. Sorry, A True Blue June.
Yeah. We have a movie called A True Blue June. And this movie described the event that took place, that shaped the democratic system of government in Nigeria. Actually, it was supposed to be the first democratic setting, where we have the Abiola, won the elections and all of that. And we discovered that, a lot of historical events like this are not being recorded. So some of us that with millennial children, we don't even have any idea. All we got to know is the date, June 12th. So we decided to have a movie. We'll tell the story the way it was, where people can, the children, the family, can watch and get to know what really happened, what took place, how does this June 12th come about, And in the movie, I play two characters. One of the assassinator. And,
the bad guy.
Yeah, the bad guy.
And
the second one of the military, let me call it sniper, I was in the military. I have a boss.
Wait, did you play two different characters? Yeah. Two different names, two different identities in the film?
Two different identities.
Oh. Well, how tasking was that for you?
It was really challenging, but thank God we have good producers, we have a quality director, who make the job more easier, and it was really fun, when you have a character that you never played before. You understand, you just want to see what is going to happen, how you going to enjoy it. So I really enjoyed it, It's a beautiful movie.
No, I will agree with you because I have seen the trailer. It really looks nice. And like you rightly said, painting or bringing the picture of what happened on June 12th is very important because some of us have read about it, but we are not really grown enough to really experience it. So yeah, so watching it in a film is really...
It brings the whole story
yes.
closer to you.
Yes.
Identify the characters and people who were involved, It's just like you are in the history, So it's a very beautiful movie.
So talking about your character, you played a military man and an assassinator, two interesting roles. How did you bring yourself how did you prepare for this character? How did you bring yourself to that point? Did you have to train? Did you go through some training? And if you did, what sort of training?
For every actor, we are automatically, trained and we train ourselves, When you're given a role, you first of all want to place your mind into that role, to key into the role and bring the role into yourself. It helps you to have a good delivery, you understand? When you've been called that you have a cast and this is the roles you're going to play, The first thing is that you want to visualize how is you want to perfect the job, make it look real, you know, make people understand the message by your character, you know. And that's what we all do. That's what I do a lot of time. When you call me for a job, I want to know what characters, you know, and all of that. Then I see how to fix it myself. Then you train yourself.
How is this project different from every other you've done in the past?
Well, it's different because, like I said, it's an historical, you know, project. You know, if not until recent, we don't really have much of into historical, you know, project like that. We have more of comic, you know, where people just do a regular movie just to make people laugh. You understand? But bringing such an historical event into a movie, and the thespians that were on the set, you know, on that project, it was really amazing because we have people like Shegun Arinze, Kunle Koka, we have Ayo Badmos, we have we have Charles, you know, Igwe Tupac, we have Azan, we have so many, you know, incredible cast.
Yeah.
You know.
So tell me, out of all these actors, this interesting lineup of actors that you just listed, which one did you bond with fastest or quickly?
Bond with there's a guy called Paparazzi. You know, he's one of the crew. You know, the assassinator.
Your co-assassinator.
Yeah. So they were very wonderful actors. You know.
So tell me, being on set with these veterans like Shegun and Rinze and the likes you just called, how was that experience for you?
It's very inspirational. You know, because these are the people you watch growing up. You know, they have done so well. They have placed the movie industry from where it was to where it is right now. And there are people who have protected their image by making sure that, you know, they have a good delivery whenever they are being called upon. And these are the set of people you don't just see in a regular movie. You understand? They want to see your story before they want to accept your job.
Which one of them did you play a scene with?
I play a scene with Ayo Badmos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ayo Badmos.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Tell me about your experience working with the producer of this film, Oti Bolt.
She's one of the best producers I've ever worked with.
Wow.
She's very determined. She's caring, you know. And when you're on her job, you know, she want to give you every protection that you need. You want to give you everything that you need to make you feel comfortable. She's very determined and demanding, you know. She wants the best results, you understand? And I really love her passion for this job, you know.
Is this the first time you are working with her?
No. This is not the first time. There's a movie called Unti Mofe. I was on that job. I played a magician. There's what we call there's another movie called Queen of Jezebel by Otibot. I was one of the main, you know, character in that movie. I was one of the bad guy, you know.
I just hope you don't get stereotyped as a bad guy.
Exactly. I'm actually.
But it's up to you, though.
You know, we just have to, you know, when people write a movie or story, you know, they want to look at people who really fit into some of those characters.
So you don't mind being stereotyped?
I don't really mind. This is just a character.
Okay.
You know, it's not who I am.
Okay.
You know, so, and you're meant to play all the characters, you know.
So guys, let's go on a quick break. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with me. This is The Guest with Ahine Atta, and I have with me Senator TOSIN. He is a cast member of the movie A True Blue June, which is a biopic about Nigeria's history, how Nigeria transitioned from military to civilian role. I mean, it's been nice speaking with you so far. Let's talk about politics a bit, because this is a political movie. I want to ask you, are you satisfied with the participation of Nigerian youths in politics?
I want to believe that everybody will always have almost the similar answers. We want to closely look at youth involvement in Nigerian politics. It's not really encouraging. A lot of our youth are being distracted by social media instead of fully involved in the politics. You know, we all crave for a better government. We crave for quality leadership. You know, we crave for good deliveries. You know. We crave for judicial system that works, you know, that delivered, you know, the best results. But most of our youth we do most of these things online. And we all know in Nigeria, being online does not win anybody an election. And
True.
as a matter of fact, we have this theory that there's nothing like a future, before we're going to have something like youth are the futures of tomorrow. We don't really have that anymore. And I want to say that it has nothing to do with politics. Before we have where students, got admission to university, wanted to study medicine, laws, engineering. But these days, you don't have anything like that anymore.
The students don't go to study law and medicine.
You could hardly hear any youth,
Is that a problem?
Yeah, it's a very big problem.
Why? I think back then, these professions were stereotyped. If you're not a doctor or a lawyer, it means you're not studying anything big. That was the situation of things back then. If you're smart and you want to do science, you should be a doctor. If you're smart and you want to be in arts, then it should be law. I guess maybe now people are realizing more that they can actually excel in other fields.
No, I did not dispute that fact.
Okay.
Trust me. But what I'm trying to say is that people are taking most of this profession out of the line because they believe that even when you're going to study a course for 4 or 5 years, you're coming out of school, there's no job for you.
Yeah.
You understand? And all this thing has to do with our leadership, positioning. I do tell people that we don't really have much of a leaders in Nigerian politics. We have elders. We don't have people who are willing to sacrifice everything to make Nigeria work. These people travels abroad, they see how it works. Many of us are craving to leave Nigeria to United States, to every UK and all of that because they make it work out there. And when you get to this civilized, society, when you get to most of their department, you find the Nigerians. You understand? We're the one holding the whole thing. But in Nigeria, we're having this problem because the youth believe that through the social media, they could post, and most of these people don't even, go through the social media.
Really? I think they do know what's happening on social media, but they choose to ignore. But let me ask you, Senator Tosin, if you become a senator or when you eventually become a senator, what would you do?
If I have a privilege to serve, in my constituency, I will first of all want to change the orientation of the youth.
Education.
Give them a rightful education about politics and letting them know that there's nothing you can become in this life if you're not a politician. It doesn't mean that you have to hold, a party, ID card or whatever. It has to do with dialogues.
Getting involved in politics.
Getting involved in so many things.
Now, Senator Tosin, this movie is coming out at a very important time, and you can see now that most political parties in Nigeria are preparing ahead for the upcoming gubernatorial and presidential election, which will take place in 2023. I want to ask you, what do you hope that Nigerian youths learn from this movie, A True Blue June?
There are many things that I hope they learn from it. One, everything boils down to politics. I want them to have the hope and know, not just hope, that their vote counts. And I want them to know that they need to fight for their right. You cannot fight for your right under your roof. In America today, we are protesters. No government is powerful than the people. You understand? And until when you know that, that's when you're empowered. Most of the people don't even have a PVC because they believe that it doesn't work. It does work. Today we're talking about the northern, thing because last election they came with over 55% of total numbers of votes. How? Because these people, when it comes to registration time, the Hausas from Lagos, whatever, they travel them to register. It shows to you that your vote counts. And also, we need to begin to see ourselves in a position of leadership. You don't have to be a local government chairman. In your little environment, what are you doing to inspire others? You can do many things to inspire your community as a youth. So That's one of the things I want to.
So in summary, hope that the Nigerian youth and everyone that watched this movie learned that they have the power to change whatever situation they are in presently and get your PVC. And thirdly, you can be a leader in whatever place you find yourself. You don't necessarily have to be a politician or hold a political position. Thank you very much for coming on The Guest. Thank you for being my guest. My name is Ahine Atta. Thank you for watching The Guest. I'll see you next time.